All right, folks, today we're going to be converting to standard form again, part 2. And our essential question is, how can I convert all equations to standard form following all rules? Now, the rules part is a little bit different. All right, so we didn't really have to follow any of these rules for our last lesson, so today we're going to. As a reminder, standard form is ax plus by equals c. And here are our rules. A, B, and C are integers, meaning they cannot be decimals or fractions. If they are, we're going to have to change some things to get rid of that. A has to be greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Meaning it cannot be negative. B and C can be negative, but A cannot. That's just the rule that they have set up and created here in standard form. So our goal is to go one step further to kind of apply these rules. So example 1. Our slope is 2. Our point is -2, 6. So we're going to go through the same process that we have the entire week. Take this information and put it in a point slope form. So this becomes y minus 6 equals 2 times x plus 2. And then we're going to convert those to slope-intercept form. So we're going to distribute first and get y minus 6 equals 2x plus 4. And then we have to add 6 to both sides to get y by itself. So we have y equals 2x plus 10. So now we got a slope-intercept form, so now let's get it to the standard form. So let's move our 2x from the right side to the left side. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And now I'm left with -2x plus y equals positive 10. So now I have a as being a negative number, and it's got to be greater than 0. So my question that I should be pondering, like, all right, how do I change this? Well, with equations, you can always multiply everything by any number you wanted. If we wanted to, we can multiply everything in this equation by 100, making it -200x plus 100 equals 1,000. Okay, as long as you do it to all parts, you can do whatever you want. And that goes for division too. You could divide everything by something as well, and that's totally legal. However, it doesn't always make sense to do that. No, to get rid of this -2, let's multiply everything by -1. Same thing as dividing by -1. I just like to multiply. So it becomes 2x minus y, or minus 1y, equals -10. And that's it. Now I have it in standard form. We're good to go. But we do have another example where it's not just as easy as multiplying by -1. So example 2. My slope is 1/4. And my point is -4, -4. So let's put this information into point slope. So y plus 4 equals 1/4 times x plus 4. Let's distribute. And you get y plus 4 equals 1/4 x plus 1. Let's subtract 4 from both sides. And we're left with y equals 1/4 x minus 3 here in slope-intercept form. But we gotta get it in standard form, so let's move our 1/4 x from the right side to the left side by using inverse operations. So let's subtract it. And when we do that, we're left with -1/4 x plus y equals -3. Now, A is not only is it a negative number, but it's also an integer. It's not an integer, it's a fraction. So we have to get rid of not only the negative, but also the fraction. So what we do here is we will now multiply everything, obviously by a negative, but when we have these, we're going to multiply by the denominator. So multiply by -4. I could multiply by -8. That would get rid of this fraction too, but that would make all the numbers a little bit larger. And when I do this, I'm left with x minus 4y equals positive 12. Now, a is larger than 0. All three of these are integers. So we're good to go. Could I work backwards if I wanted to and put this back into slope-intercept form? For sure. I can move the x to the other side. Then I can divide everything by -4 to get y by itself. So it's a fluid motion back and forth with these equations. All right, I just have to make sure I remember to do something. If I'm going to do this, I have to do it to all parts, to everything. It's okay if I do that across the equal sign. Now, one thing that you could do at the very beginning, as soon as you see that there's a fraction, you could multiply everything by that denominator and get rid of the fraction. So that would become 4y plus 16 equals x plus 4, because multiplying by the 4 gets rid of that 1/4. And then you could go through that process again. All right, that's something you could do too. All right, let me know if you got any questions. Thanks, folks.